So here's the thing with Avowed. It's incredibly straightforward, which makes the game more approachable for more people. There's just not a whole lot of variety with the combat or the skill system. It's very similar to what you have seen in their other games such as Outer Worlds. Not necessarily a bad thing, but just don't expect a robust Baldur's Gate 3 level of variety. But because it is streamlined and straightforward in a lot of ways, they were really able to polish what's there. For example, even though it's not an open world game, it can feel like it at times. And even though I feel like some of the people that work for this company are incredibly toxic and bad for this industry, it would be disingenuous to call this a bad game because of that. The game does have some good stuff going for it, and even though the game can look very nice, there are these little things like the animals chugging along in a different frame rate or the two-dimensional fire, static foliage, little things that can be distracting. But the more major things that are really keeping me from being immersed in this game, unfortunately, it's the forced woke bullshit. It's like for every 4 women, there's 1 dude. Every vendor seems to be a woman. There are some male vendors. But the game has to make a statement. As the lead art director Matt Hansen said, they're going to make the game as woke as humanly possible, with the intent of pissing people off. And sure, there might be a few misogynists that were pissed off by this. It came at the sacrifice of immersion, in my opinion. There's just so many moments in this game where you just have to roll your eyes. And I think it's a shame that this is what game design has turned into. These egomaniacs that are put in lead positions of development who feel like they're here to save the world. They want to make a statement and they want to shove it down each and every one of our throats. All I want to do is play a good, balanced fucking video game. Now this might be a matter of preference, but I think the game is overly colorful. It's so colorful that it's hard to take the more serious moments seriously. Narratively, there might be a very grim situation unfolding, filled with death and disease. But all of the super bright, cheery colors, it makes it harder for me to buy into those moments of despair and sadness. Now this might not bother some of you, but I'm just sick and tired of it. There's absolutely no diversity in thought. How many conservatives do you think worked on this game? It's just one way of thinking. Lack of diversity in video games was an issue that they created just so they could become the hero to solve it, while exploiting certain communities in the process. The diversity is almost always stereotypical bullshit, inclusion at the cost of being insulted, and keeping certain stereotypes going. And that shit's ruining everything. It was never about equality, it was all about power, and having complete control over this industry.